Hey guys, welcome to Outlaw Edge. Pretty excited. We got the 35 push forward. The go-kart, obviously, that's not going to stay in here. That's going to get out of here. Still waiting on the hose for that damn 35. Kind of pissy about that, but whatever. Just push it forward, get it out of my way. I'm going to try to get it finished and get it out of here before I start grinding and welding on the unibody. And I got the unibody moved over here. Shop's all cleaned up. And I got Rogue parked here so I can start working on it again. I'm going to start hauling ass on this thing. I have some stuff to do first, so it'll be like next week. But now I can start getting the panels cut out of this and getting the new floors put in it in the bed. And we're gonna pull the frame in here and start building the frame for it. And you know, I want to do like the airbags and all that good stuff on here, and a bunch of welding and fabrication and stuff to do on this. This has to still be welded in, so I'll get that all welded in, get the body perfect, get it ready for body work so I can take it over to the body shop. Some of the side holes need to be welded up still, so I'll get those. The pins that I used to put through there that are welded, they got to get cut off. And excited that this is moved back here where I can start working on it again, because it seems like every time I try to work on it, something else would come in and piss me off. I'd have to move it out of the way. So I told Heidi, I'm like, I'm not working on the damn thing until I can move it to where it needs to be worked on, and I can start hauling ass on it and not be stopped. Because that's one of the things that's so frustrating, is you just get into something and then all of a sudden you got to stop working on it. So I got, I won a bid on eBay the other day, and I got some cool hammers. This one's just really cool, old ball peen hammer, and I like how somebody spent the time and ground this down, made it like a body hammer. So that's gonna go in my collection. And then I got another body hammer, and I think it says Tomahawk or something like that. I don't know. Got it like a native Indian looking face right here, sticker. And I thought it said ABC on here. Yeah, there it is right there. So that's pretty cool. And then I got this hammer, which I'm not sure, I don't see a brand or nothing on this one. Yeah, I don't see any maker's mark on this guy. But this one is a gem. This is really nice. This is a stock handle, the original handle that was on this. And this is a really nice hammer, and this is a Fairmont. Fairmount or Fairmont, I'm not really sure how you say it. Fairmount. But this is really cool right here. That's just badass. It has the original sticker on it like that on the handle. Super cool. Feels nice in the hand too. It's a little bit of a wiggle in the head, so I'll have to tighten that up. I'll put it in antifreeze or whatever. But what I'm working on today is I have English Steve's hammer here, and I've been trying to think about how I want to do it. And I wanted to hang it on the snap-on handle, but it's not going to work. This is just too small, and this is the only size handle for snap-on that they make with the eye like this. They don't make a bigger one. So I've looked all over the place, and all of them seem to be the same size, so that's kind of a bummer, which I really wanted to put a snap-on handle on here. But this is a German-made, like a body hammer or shaping hammer, or whatever you want to call it. I think he should just give it to me for Christmas. This thing is amazing. But what I'm gonna do is I checked this handle here, and this is just like a cheap handle, hickory or whatever, from a hardware store. It fits nice, but the one that fits really nice is this old General handle that I have. And I like the patina and everything. I really like the logo. That's badass right there with the two hammers. But I think what I'll do is I'll scratch this up, clean it up, make it look nice, get rid of all the blue paint, and stain it and burn it and do all that cool stuff and trick out the hammer. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing together. So I took a razor blade. This is just an Irwin razor blade that I found on the bottom of my toolbox in my junk drawer. And then what I want to do is to use a scraper like this. It works really nice to use a razor blade and just go back and forth. And you can see how fast it takes it off. And it leaves it nice and smooth, and it pulls all the shellac off these handles. A lot of these handles have shellac on them. And if you can order these handles for hammers and axes and whatever, and you don't want this, and you're gonna do a finish, you don't want the shellac and stuff on, you can order them without. There's a lot of companies that do them without, so that makes it nice. So I'm gonna get all this blue paint pulled off of here. And as soon as I get it where I want it, where it looks nice and I like how it's turning out, I'll sand it down. So this next week is going to be kind of crazy. That we have something special that we're going to share with you guys on YouTube. It's going to be badass. I think you guys will really enjoy it. And I'm not going to ruin the surprise. We got some cool stuff that we're going to be doing, and we're going to be filming it the whole time. And as we do this, I will try to load every day, working in the shop, what we're working on. So it should be a fun project. Yeah, that turned out good. There's some blue paint right here, but this is going to get ground down on the sander. So I'll do that with the belt sander just to make it quicker. And this is, shoot, I forgot what grit this is that I'm using. I believe it's like 220. I don't want to wreck the sandpaper, but I think it's 220 is what I'm using right now. And the reason I'm using the 220 is you can see how it brings the grain out. And then what's gonna happen is when I go and burn this with a torch, put that burnt look on here, it'll make the grain stand out like crazy. And then it'll look really nice. And the other thing is when these handles are made, it has a really noticeable edge right here. And I like to smooth that over so it's nice and smooth. So if you're using the hammer like this, it's not digging into your fingers, because some of these are like really jagged and pointy with pieces of wood sticking out of them, you know? Well, I'll go ahead and get this sanded down and ready. So the next step is I took my Rolex disc on a die grinder, and I decided to just go crazy with the hammer. I'm gonna go ahead and polish it. It's just too nice of a hammer to not polish. I mean, the thing's beautiful, you know? So I'm gonna polish it up a little bit. And I like the patina that's on it, but I think it deserves more. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up with the Rolex a little bit, and then I'll wet sand it. And then when I get it to where I think it looks nice, I'll go ahead and buff it out. But for now, I'm gonna run the Rolex on it and kind of clean up the casting marks and stuff on it a little bit. It'll be loud, the compressor's gonna kick on in just a minute. There we go. Well, I don't see no maker's mark on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and polish it. I know there's a spot on here somewhere that said Germany. I don't remember. But I'm gonna grab my grinder, and there's a bunch of marring and spots like this that are bad. So I'll go ahead and get that stuff out of there. You can see this real bad mark right here. Or like maybe from the factory, it got hit or something, you know, with the grinder, they hit it wrong or whatever. But I'll go ahead and get it polished up and go from there. Well, I wanted to polish this all the way, but I ran into a maker's mark, and I think that's really cool. So there's number 4, meaning, I don't know, 4 ounce, 4 pound. I mean, it's not that heavy. I don't think it's no 4 pounds. Or maybe it's the number 4, the body hammer or shaping hammer that they make. I don't know. And then right here it says Dixon, which I'll have to look into that company. And then on the bottom, it says, right there, it says Germany, which is really cool. I got those marks out of here, much as they're going to come out. And the ends are already polished up pretty good. I'll polish this one up a little bit better. You can see they're shaped a little bit differently. One's almost flat, one's a little bit round. I think that's about as far as I'm going to go with it. I'm going to sand some more with them, some of this emery cloth here, and get this stuff kind of cleaned up, and then I'll buff it out and see how it turns out. That way I could save, I like the patina that's on here with the Dixon, you know, with the name, with the maker's mark and all that. I just think that's super cool. So I'd love to be able to leave that. Turn the camera on, dumbass. This is just a Home Depot buffing pad right here. It's like a 3-inch, 4-inch, something like that. And then I'm using the white Jeweler's Rouge. And you load up the wheel, and then it polishes up the metal really nice. And I like the look that it's giving it. Kind of a patina, kind of a polish. It's really nice looking. You can tell this is the old steel though, because it's freaking stout. Like, it's hard to grind and clean up and prep, and I mean, it's definitely hard steel. So you can see the difference. It was like that, and now it looks like this. And then the ends, you know, they're getting all polished up. I got my handprints all over them right now. But it's getting there. I'm gonna keep on polishing this for a little bit. I don't want it to be too pretty. I want it to still have that patina, that old iron look, you know, with the, you can see how it's got like the spots you can't get into. I want to leave it like that, where it's the black and the silver and the chrome, and, you know, some parts mirror finish. And then I love that Dixon logo. That's just too cool, you know. And that's the thing, is irons built, you know, hammers, you know, this old iron, the hammers, they built the world. So it's, you know, it's kind of nice to leave some of this old patina in there to show some of the age and the marks, and, you know, you can tell it's been used, and I like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep buffing on this thing. Careful not to rip your shirt up in your die grinder. So I carried this stuff over here from the shelf, and I have no idea. I don't know if I grabbed that thinking it was something else or what, but I'm sure I'm not going to use anti-seize on this thing. I don't know what the hell I carried that over here for. All the parts I hand polished though, before I buffed them with the buffer, I just used 400 grit sandpaper, and it's wet dry sandpaper, automotive wet dry sandpaper with WD-40, and kind of polished it all out a little bit. And I really like how it's looking. All right, somebody else here now. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting the wedge in the hammer handle, so hopefully it won't split when I do this. Now I'm going to put two metal wedges in there. Well, that didn't go so well. The second wedge blew it apart. So that's no good. So I ended up having to cut it off. I'll use this handle for something else. And I will go with this handle, the one that I didn't like how it fit. I'm gonna go ahead and have to use that one. So I'll get this thing all prepped and go from there. So this one worked out all right. It's tight, it's on there, it won't come off. And this is swelled up a little bit where it'll keep that head on there. That handle turned out nice, feels nice in the hand, so I'm gonna go ahead and stain it and burn it and all that good stuff. So this is red oak is what I'm using right here by Minwax. And then the next step I'm going to do is boil linseed oil when I'm all finished with it. I just want a little bit on here too, so. And all I'm doing is I'm trying to get the handle where it shows off the grain real good. And now I'm going to go ahead and, now that the grain is showing, I'm going to go ahead and put some burnt spots in it. Next step is I go back through with some sandpaper with a 400 grit. And what this does is knocks all the furry burnt stuff off. And then go back over it with the stain one more time. This is where the beauty comes out right here. It'll look nice. Just burned enough where it shows, but just enough where it still shows the grain. And now I'll put the boiled linseed oil on this thing. That's all right. Don't worry about it. So the next, did you get it? Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. So the next thing I'm gonna do is do boiled linseed oil, and I'm gonna take a rag and just wipe it down with some boiled linseed oil. But one of the biggest things is, like I always tell you guys, when you're done using stains or boiled linseed oil, especially boiled linseed oil, this or lacquer thinner, brake clean, stuff like that, spray it on a rag. What I do is I take the rags and I'll lay them out on a table and I'll put like something underneath of them like this, so that they, so you can see. Hold on a second. I'll go like this. I'll let the rags dry overnight like this, so that they dry out completely and the air's underneath of them. Because what happens is a lot of people will take and use boiled linseed oil or lacquer thinner or whatever. They'll put it on the rag, wipe something down, and they throw it in the garbage. Well, these will combust, automatically combust with no, they don't need anything else. They'll start a fire. So you gotta be real careful with that. Freaking camera all jacked up again. Oh, it's all crooked. Oh no. Did you get that other shock off?
Yep.
Let me get a different angle for you guys here so you see a little bit better. Sorry about that. And this is where the beauty comes in right here. Look at that. Oh yeah. Freaking juicy looking. Now what you looking for?
Looking for the, what
Air gun?
yeah,
Impact. Impact gun.
yeah.
It's in a black toolbox, bottom drawer. You know Paco's gonna say, is that chicken nugget? You know he's gonna say that, right?
Huh?
You know Paco's gonna say, is that chicken nugget? You know Kevin? Paco? Yeah, we got chicken nugget working in the shop today, so. That bottom drawer here. Yeah, that turns sweet. It's a beautiful hammer. It's English Steve's hammer, so hopefully he'll like it. Turned out really nice. And like I said, don't throw these in the garbage. Put the lid back on this crap, and then what I'll do is I'll let this sit overnight, like this. Well, this has been kind of a screwed up video today because I had so many interruptions and stuff, but I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate all the support. Please go check out our other channel. That's NZ Mopar. We're trying to get NZ Mopar's channel up to 1,000 subs. I'd appreciate it if you guys sub my channel, hit the subscribe button down below. And if you will go over to our other channel, NZ Mopar, and sub his channel also. I appreciate it. Later.